Jay-Z. Fuck Jay-Z. Fuck Jay-Z. Fuck Jay-Z. Fuck Jay-Z. Fuck Jay-Z.
Alright, y'all, here we are. This is our take, and I am Marc, the moderator.
Banks.com, East Flatbush versus the world.
Leaf is only family, Brooklyn forever.
Avery the process, rest in peace to my man Shotcount.
R.I.P.
Alright, y'all. So, of course, we here tonight. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. We have Brooklyn in the house to represent one side, and then we have the freedom fighters on the other side. So we know what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Cap versus Jay-Z. So, which way do you sit? I'm going to go with it like this. Did Jay-Z sell this whole thing out? Now that everything done look like it has come out, where do you sit at with this?
Go ahead, Avery.
Listen,
come on.
You know I'm apprehensive of calling dudes sellouts
For some reason.
Yeah, I'm just apprehensive of doing that. That's like calling me personally the N-word. So it's like you gotta really be careful about that. I think Jay, there's a little bit of some disingenuousness involved with this whole transaction. Just looking at the history of it, Jay saying, hey, listen, the NFL needs me, and then turning around some odd months later and then saying, hey, we agreed to a deal. After thinking about it, yes, I think to some degree Jay kind of sold the imagery of the struggle out and the protest in itself out. And you know how I feel. I feel like, corporate America always has to get the most popular black face to have black people buy in and or give them a pass and or give them the benefit of a doubt. And I think that's what we have happening here. Listen, I know Jay has all right to go and do and handle any business he decides to. You know what I mean? I just feel like he's in a different stratosphere. He doesn't have to do regular things that us regular people have to do. He's the perfect guy to take the bullet. He's the perfect guy to take the backlash from black folks that feel like that wasn't a good deal. I'm not going to say that he sold them out because obviously we still got to wait and see what this dude does. But the optics of it, it ain't good. In my opinion, it's not good.
All right. So, Freedom Fighters won. Brooklyn's up. What's up, Brooklyn? What you got?
All right, so originally I didn't think what he did was bad, but after the last couple days listening to
Marc rant on the track.
not even Marc rant. I'm not gonna lie. As much as Marc is a hater, Marc did make some good points, and I do think he was being fair, but he was just, we were just going back and forth for the debate. So
no doubt.
I don't think he sold out, but I will agree some of the the wording that he used was bad. I think just throwing it out there, I thought about this today, just throwing it out there the way he did was bad. Like there was no warning, none
like
of that.
Albums you've been dropping
you know what I mean? It just came out of nowhere, and I think it just took people by surprise. And I think a lot of people is just, they just got stuck on the wording that he used. Now, the whole Jermaine Dupri thing coming out also looks kind of bad, but once again, it's all speculation. We don't know the conversation that they had. We don't even know if that was the reason why Jermaine Dupri didn't take that job or offer or whatever you want to say. But I don't think Jay sold out. I'm gonna go by his track record, and I think it could be something good. If it's not, that's gonna be a big part of his legacy. You thought Ifa was a part of his legacy.
Damn. Go on, Banks, Brooklyn. 1-1.
Now it should be your turn now.
It really should be your turn.
No.
Nah, because he gonna take up like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he got a soliloquy behind it.
Wow.
In the words of Hov, everybody want to tell you how to do it, but ain't nobody done it. I mean, I look at it like this. I think he's earned the benefit of the doubt to see where this is going to go before you want to sit here and call him a sellout. Of his track record is showing you, like I was speaking to somebody about this, my boy Jack, about this. If this was Jason Whitlock, this is a different story. This is like you already know what he's about. Jay-Z is showing that he's supported black people and from the things he's done with bail money for certain people, helping people with their taxes, the Khalif Browder documentary,
Sean Bell,
his kids and everything like that. So I think he deserves the benefit of the doubt to see where this deal's going to go. Now, if you want to say that you're skeptical, I can completely understand that. But to call a man a sellout, I think that's crazy.
Show you how to move in a room full of vultures.
It's wild. I think we just got to see how this deal is going to play out. We have no idea what this deal is really even is.
And Vat, oh God, I hate giving this guy props, but the guy to my left, that's a good point. That's a good point. You just went out there, you just threw the deal out, but you ain't let anyone know what you were doing. So it kind of, like, people, like, and this is something I said to Marc earlier, what I think Jay-Z did wrong. He left a lot of room for people to speculate.
But let's be honest though, right? People are going to speculate regardless. He could have framed this completely differently, and people were still gonna there's so many people out there calling him a sellout, and I think that's so unfair.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Oh, here we go.
I would not,
ready?
like I said,
Marc's turn.
I would not go as far as calling him a sellout. And I would be the first to say it if I felt it.
AKA Malcolm Jenkins.
Right. So my thing is, I'm not there yet because of, I think you have to give him a little bit benefit of the doubt. I have said that.
And why you feel he deserves the benefit of the doubt? Given his track record, or?
It's not even so much that. It's the fact is that he could have a plan in place that he just didn't give out. He should have. I think had he brought to the table a plan, had he brought Cap to the table, I think a lot of this could have been spun a different way. Now, you're always going to have haters, without a doubt.
Right.
But I think you could have had more people on his side rather than the amount of people you have against him at this point. I think the way he set this up, just like Lemonade getting dropped, it's just dropped.
Right.
And it just left everybody to figure it out on their own. And for a person like Jay, you shouldn't have done that.
And to add to that, it was just dropped out of nowhere that they didn't have like a live press conference. So just like Charlamagne said, the NFL was able to chop up the video any way they wanted, and they just put it out. So we don't know what was really said.
For context, though, that quote that a lot of people are getting stuck on is that we're past kneeling, right?
You can't get past that.
Yes, you can, because if you heard the whole quote, what he said was, we all know what the issue is. Everybody knows what the issue is. He asked people around the room, do you know what the issue is? Do you know? So I think the way you look at that quote is how you look at Jay-Z. So hold on, because I feel like I interpreted that quote to say mean something else. I interpreted it to say, not that we're past kneeling, like stop doing it. More like, we know the issue now. This is police brutality. We tried to bring this issue to the forefront. We're here now. So what do we do now? We're just going to keep kneeling forever? That's all we're going to do?
Here's the crazy thing, though, Banks. He said that.
Yes.
That's what he said. And that point just got ignored.
Yes, and that's all that people heard.
I got you. Once again, like I said before, he left a lot of room for speculation. The wording was wrong, because you do see a lot of people taking it as, who are you to say that we should stop?
Not only that,
but he never said that, though. That's a crazy thing.
But that's how people took it.
Says, though.
Okay, but I can't control how you take my statement.
Wait.
Yes, you can.
He cleared his statement up. Hold on. Everybody only heard the past kneeling. If you heard the whole quote said, we all know what the issue is, right?
We're going to put that on our page later.
You know what the issue is, right? You know what the issue is, right? So now, what do we do? What do we do? Are we just going to just keep doing this?
Listen to it. You don't mention that side of it.
Not even just that.
Okay.
Let's think about the company. Let's think about the company that was with him when he said that.
And I think that's a problem.
That's my problem.
And Grudel,
you sitting down with the same guy, with the same people that have strategically put this guy out of the league for what he did. And you're saying that as a black man. That's where I feel I'm torn.
So let me ask both of y'all a question. Grudel is not in that room, and Jay-Z says the exact same line.
I think he still can't say it, man.
No.
Because he's not the authority to make that statement.
No.
That's where I'm coming
To me, I think he could say it. Under the context, if we had a town hall with
cleared it
the
up.
players,
I agree, bro.
right?
I agree with you.
With the players, right? Let's say the players there, Cap is there. We had a town hall, and he said something like that. Yo, I can understand there being some dialogue around that, but to say that and then let it stick there without pushback to it, without anybody
But he did. He cleared it up as soon as he said it.
That's what
he said. I don't want to minimize that. I'm not minimizing that part of what I'm saying. And you chopped up and you heard that only little piece of it.
Okay. But that's not clearing it it up because once again, the dudes that are in the struggle is saying to you, dog, you can't say that. Okay?
Who?
You can't listen. Kenny still said it. Another player came out.
Kenny still said he didn't like. Kenny still said
Eric Reed said it. Yo, you can't make that statement because you haven't done anything. You haven't.
He said let's wait and see. Also,
he did say let's wait and see.
But he also
Kenny
said
Stills was fair.
Kenny Stills was. I feel like he was tiptoed a little bit. He didn't want to say the wrong thing, but he ultimately did say. The way he handled it, I don't think he handled it the right way.
Right,
which is fine. Which is fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion with that.
Why you mention Eric Reed though?
Because listen, let me say.
We already know how you feel about Eric Reed.
Because listen, however you may feel about it, at the end of the day, he's one of the people that is in the fight. You have to give him that. Is the fact that he is still in the fight.
May I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
I'm about to change this a little bit since we're talking about being in the fight, right?
Okay.
So. Since Cap made that statement and went through everything he went through, which one of these dudes that you're saying are in the fight are still talking about this issue?
Kenny Stills is. Eric Reed is.
When was the last time you heard? When was the last time you heard Eric Reed speak about this issue?
All this came back up when all of this took
exactly because once Eric Reed signed that deal, all he wanted to do was fight people. You ain't hear Eric Reed bring up this issue at all.
I got a question. I got a question.
Because last year, anytime that he was approached about it, he spoke about it during the season last year.
Well, I missed that part.
After he got signed. So I'm just going
I missed that part.
So you
I got a question.
Go ahead,
I got a question. So everybody's calling Jay-Z a sellout for...
not everybody.
Not everybody, but you know what I'm trying to
the
say.
majority.
There's people that's out there, right? Because he didn't get a Cap a job or whatever the situation may be.
This got nothing to do with Cap.
But that's exactly my point. So if he would have got Cap a job, Cap wouldn't be a sellout for going back to the NFL after
because that's his job. He's getting the man his job back. Understand something.
But this whole league blackballed him. You know what I'm saying?
Whiteball.
Whatever y'all want to say is okay. But so okay. Y'all not calling Cap a sellout for and I'm not calling him this either, but I'm saying you're not calling Cap a sellout for settling with the NFL.
Okay, wait, let me clear that up.
Because he could have closed this whole thing.
But let me address that. First and foremost, everybody knows there's legal procedures with everything. That is outside of this man got his job taken away. He filed the lawsuit just like any one of us. He filed the lawsuit against the NFL. He went through the channels. And then he got paid. He got paid for his lack of compensation. Right?
Just give me a second. No one thought he was going to win that either. Keep that in mind. Okay.
Obviously, there's some type of gag order on that whole agreement.
But the point is that's my problem. He didn't have to stop though. He didn't have to stop.
You already had them in the bag. You had them in the bag.
The only reason they settled is because they know he knew that they knew that he had them.
We don't know what they had. We don't know. Now, speculative, I'm going to agree with you. He had him over a barrel, without a doubt. And that's why I think the settlement is huge. But at the end of the day, if Eric Reed is still kneeling, if Kenny Stills is still kneeling, if Cap comes back and is still kneeling, it's still keeping the actual protest going forward.
Okay.
It hasn't stopped it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so, all right, so, and that's the point. All right, we're kneeling. Now, you're not getting the same attention as you used to because now the cameras are not really panning on you guys kneeling. People are not really speaking about it. What's next?
Okay.
What's next? That's it.
Now,
and I think that's what Jay-Z's saying.
And I was saying that last year.
Let me say this.
But I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Elitist as Jay is. I don't care what. Brooklyn, all good. Love is love. He's an elitist at this point, G. You know what I mean? And I am. Yo, shut the door, Joe. Listen. But the reality is Jay capitalized though for Cap. Let's hold on. He capitalized, G. He capitalized. Right. Let's call it what it is.
Let's call it that. Right. What are you? Is there anybody out here doing something for free?
Wait, how do you
like he shouldn't have capitalized? He should have did this for free.
How do you figure he capitalized? We don't know what he got.
What up? Come on now, Leaf. Come on now, Leaf. He capitalized off the fact that this man doesn't have a job. He capitalized off the fact that this man kneeled in protest.
Can we go one further?
That's all I'm saying.
Ahead, Marc.
Can we go one further? He hijacked the movement.
No, he didn't.
That's what he...
Not in my mind. I mean, you entitled to your opinion. I don't understand how he hijacked the movement.
Because you were saying that, and you notice I never... I wanted to wait for right now. That's why I never touched on it earlier. Pause.
Let me explain it. The same as Malcolm Jenkins. When Wright he did it. He stepped forward and said, forget about Cap. Let's do this. This is about me. This is what we need to do going forward. Now, hold on. Let me explain it to you better. If Jay never holds that press conference, right or wrong, are we sitting here talking about Jay and this whole thing going on right now? No. Everything now is about Jay. Everything now is about this movement because Jay stepped in and now made it about Jay and the movement.
Jay overshadows
exactly.
the protest.
That's hijacking the movement.
But that goes with that's anything.
The face of it.
Hold on.
It wasn't Jay-Z.
It wouldn't even matter. It wouldn't even if they announce a deal between the NFL and Jay-Z. You don't think Jay-Z now becomes the face of the movement no matter what you're talking about? Even if he didn't hold a press conference.
Hold on, listen.
So you said no. You just said he held a press conference.
Yes.
So if he did hold a press conference and it was announced through whatever media outlet you want to, Jay-Z partners with the NFL on this
Not even
deal.
just that though.
See, you are focusing on the press conference. The fact is
You
that he
said the
stepped
press
in. No,
conference.
listen, I'm saying to you. The fact that he stepped in, period, because again, Cap isn't a part of this.
But hold on.
But this ain't about Cap.
But if you
Because
feel,
it's always about Cap. How do you remove Cap out of this?
Hold on. No. Because this
it's about social injustice.
Thank you. That's exactly what it's about.
Social
That's exactly what it's about.
Muhammad Ali was done wrong. When those 12 athletes stood behind him and stood next to him, none of them hijacked his cause. You supposed to stand next to the man that made the biggest sacrifice.
Let me ask you a question.
Don't stand in front of him.
Let me ask you a question. Did Muhammad Ali ever stop speaking?
No. Not at all.
You see where I'm going with this?
Of course. Listen.
You see where I'm going with this?
Right. Listen, without a doubt.
Okay, so you can't say someone hijacked it, and you can't
If
use
you're not
Muhammad
speaking,
Ali
you're not
as an
speaking. No,
example.
exactly.
If you're
I
not
agree.
speaking,
I
Can I
agree.
ask y'all a question? Did Jay-Z need to partner with the NFL to make these moves? I'm just
Who
asking.
knows?
we don't because we don't know what the end move is.
No. I'm asking.
I'm being real. We
Does
don't know
he
what the end
need-
move is.
Did he need to partner with the
'Cause he was
NFL?
already doing it.
Wait, can I just
But
break
we
down
don't.
this? Wait.
Hold on. He was already doing what? We don't even know what he's doing with the NFL.
No.
We don't know what he's doing with the NFL. So how you gonna say?
Jay was already making his own social justice movement, just like you were saying. Just like all the things that Jay was doing prior to this.
Okay.
He didn't have to partner with the NFL.
Okay, but now,
wait.
is he reaching a broader audience now with
That's why I was going to go with this
NFL?
because Mark, you always bring up how big the platform is. And if you have an opportunity to step on that platform, right? And now make the message.
Who did you step on to do it?
He didn't step on anybody. Hold on. Can I just say this? Real quick? This is not about Cap. This is not about Cap getting a job. This never was. Cap knelt for social injustice, for police brutality and everything, right? So this isn't about Cap getting a job, right? Cap got paid. He got his money from the NFL and everything, right? How does this become about? We're talking about social justice, right? Police brutality against black men. Isn't this what he's trying to address?
You know,
how does this become that? How does this become now? Let's get Cap a job.
Cap getting his job back hijacked the movement. Because it's not about social justice no more. Ever since Cap has been kicked out, it has been about Cap getting his job back. That's why people was protesting.
But wait,
right or wrong? Nobody was protesting for social justice.
If Cap would have got his job back, everybody would have went back and started watching the NFL again.
I disagree with that.
Both are in tandem together.
100%. I agree with that. I agree with that.
What people are trying to do is
they're one in the
separate
same.
They're one in the same. And it's always been that.
What's happening now is that people are making it into something that it was not about. It was about Cap's protest. Now, because Cap lost his job, they're saying, yo, I'm doing this because Cap lost his job. No, you should be doing it because Cap lost his job to what he protested. That's the issue. And I think what's happening is the NFL now has created a wedge. They've created a wedge within all of us now because
have they created the wedge or we created the wedge ourselves by saying that this dude is a sellout and doing all this? Have we created a wedge ourselves?
Yeah, but
have we not even given this man the benefit of the doubt as black people to say, you know what? I'm going to give him. I'm not talking about you.
No. Because here's the thing. You're not going to remove the dude that put himself in this on his own.
How did you remove him?
He's not the victim.
How did you remove him?
He removed himself.
Nobody's saying that.
Is he saying anything, Mark?
I ain't talking about Cap. I'm talking about Jay-Z. Jay-Z can't be the victim. Jay-Z cannot be the victim.
When did he play victim? How did he play victim?
No. He's trying to say that
talking about?
You can't. Listen, this is the science, man. And in totality, this is what we got to look at it as. We use the best, the biggest. It's the Malcolm X theory. You bring the elite black folks to sit, have a cup of coffee with you, with Master, and then they go back and tell everybody, yo, he's actually all right.
So that's what you think Jay-Z's doing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all wildin' right now.
All right. Yeah, we're going to come back to that.
We're going to come back
to that.
This is
We'll come back to that.
getting good.
We're going to come back to that.
Bro.
Yo,
We'll come back to that.
Unbelievable.
But listen.
We'll come back to that.
Listen, before we finish, what we want to ask our viewers is this. We want to get your comments and get your take on how can we grow the show bigger than what it is right now.
Yeah.
Give us your input.
Repeat that, Marc.
Let us know, how can we grow this show, our take? We want to ask y'all to get involved.
100%.
Send us comments, emails, whatever you got to do. Let us know how we can grow our take to make this a
Sponsorship
better
money
show
too.
and a bigger show.
Yeah,
But
man.
thank you. Hey, whatever we can
No
do,
doubt.
y'all.
Let us know how can we grow the show, because Avery ain't growing.
And Leaf is
out.
overgrown. Peace,
Yo, do me a favor. Go on your phone too, because I like one.
This is our take.